We are excited at the Lupus Foundation to have the tremendous momentum in the chapter for today's event, our Walk for Lupus Now, but also at every level of the organisation. We have new volunteers involved as board members, as corporate and media partners, support group leaders, hands-on volunteers that are determined to show Atlanta and beyond that people care and that lupus matters.
We need to raise awareness so people know what this disease is all about and how it's devastating it is. It affects young women of childbearing years primarily, and if we can learn more about it and can raise research funds, we can cure this disease one day.
I'm just really proud to be associated with this walk, and I'm really excited for what we're going to do in the future so that next time a 18-year-old girl goes to the doctor and is told she has lupus, you know, she doesn't go home and ask her mom, what's lupus?
Well, this walk was really important to me because it helped me to see that I was able to do more than I ever thought I was. When I started, I thought, oh, I might be able to raise $100, and I really thought I'd be a terrible team leader, but it helped me to see that I have more support out there than I thought I did, and I'm able to do more than I thought I can if I just stretch myself.
The walk is so important to raise awareness for this disease. There is so little known about the disease. The people that have it don't, they hesitate to tell other people they have it because so few people understand the disease. It is, when they tell people they can't get out of bed, no one understands why. They think they just aren't trying hard enough. So it's the worst form of discrimination in the world, is having a disease, a chronic disease like this one, and not being able to tell people what you have and why and have them understand.
I had a classmate from high school develop lupus when she was in her 20s and died in her late 20s, early 30s from lupus nephritis. And that had a huge impact on me in that at that time I didn't even know what lupus was. I later became a rheumatologist and have learned a lot about lupus in that time. But she was afraid to tell anyone about her disease. She was fearful and didn't seek help. And if she had just known who to turn to and where to get help, she could be here today.
It was 20 years ago. I was 13 and my brother was 16, and he was diagnosed with lupus. And as a teenager, it was very hard for him to deal with finding out that he had an autoimmune disease that not many people knew a lot about and was not very common with men, especially a 16-year-old boy.
I went from being a very active mother of 6 children to having days where I can barely get out of bed. My body hurts so much that even if the sheet touches my skin, it hurts.
My sister died 16 years ago this May. I was 13 and she was 19.
I love to quilt, and I made this quilt because I wanted something tangible, because last year I was too sick to do the walk the first year, but I wanted something tangible to say that I overcame, and I did the walk and I finished this quilt.
Lupus has been a very interesting and surprising disease in that you never know what will happen tomorrow. So what has affected my life is that I have had to learn to live one day at a time and live with hope. And that's the most important thing.
The Georgia chapter of the Lupus Foundation has organized this walk today to raise money toward the research and toward the education of lupus.
It has a network of support groups throughout the state of Georgia. It has educational seminars which allow our patients to learn medical and other information important to them as lupus patients.
Well, 90% of the money stays right here in Georgia, so we're just tickled with that. And also, this is a disease that attacks women, minorities, and frequently people that are unable to pay or need assistance in paying. The National Registry, or a National Registry for Lupus, is here in Georgia, and there are free clinics that are given here in Georgia. We need more medications. I mean, the medications are, there hadn't been a new medication for lupus in over 40 years.
The Lupus Foundation of America, Georgia, is so important to get this message out, to let others understand and know more about the disease so that the people with it can be better understood, but at the same time to get the message out so that the people that don't know they have it may begin to learn more about the disease and find out that they have it and that they need treatment for it before it gets to a difficult stage for them.